There is a corpse in the room. You cannot see it with your physical eyes, but you can feel its weight. You carry it on your back when you walk into work. You drag it into your relationships. You let it sleep in your bed at night, whispering its limited stories into your ear. It is heavy. It is rotting. It is suffocating you. That corpse is the old you. You have clicked on this video because you want to change. You want the glow up. You want the new life, the new money, the new love. But you have been trying to achieve a new life while keeping the old self on life support. You have been trying to put a diamond necklace on a skeleton and call it alive. You do not need a makeover. You do not need self-improvement. Improvement implies that the thing you are improving is worth keeping. But the version of you that is addicted to struggle, the version of you that identifies as a victim, the version of you that begs for love, that version does not need to be improved. It needs to die. This sounds violent. It sounds radical. But the caterpillar does not improve itself to become a butterfly. It dissolves. It completely deconstructs its old structure to build something entirely new. The title of today's revelation is How to Reinvent Yourself Completely. We are not going to talk about habits or planners. We are going to talk about the metaphysical act of suicide and resurrection. We are going to learn how to perform the funeral for the person you used to be so that the person you are destined to be can finally take a breath. Let us begin with the concept of the old man. Neville Goddard, interpreting the scriptures, spoke often of putting off the old man and putting on the new man. This is not about age or gender. It is about identity. Your identity is a garment. It is a suit of clothes that your consciousness, your I am, is currently wearing. Right now, you are wearing a suit called the struggling one. This suit has pockets filled with memories of failure. It has a fabric woven of doubts. It has a specific posture, shoulders slumped, eyes downcast. You have worn this suit so long that you think it is your skin. You say, I am anxious or I am unlucky, as if these are biological facts. They are not facts. They are just the style of the suit you are wearing. The problem is, you want a new life, you want to be wealthy, you want to be adored, so you try to sew a patch of wealth onto the suit of poverty. You try to pin a badge of love on the lapel of loneliness, and it tears. Scripture warns us, no man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill it up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse. You cannot put new wine into old wineskins. To reinvent yourself, you must be willing to get naked. You must be willing to strip off the old identity completely, to let it fall to the floor and walk away from it, naked and unafraid, into the closet of God to choose a new robe. Why is this so hard? Why do we cling to the old self even when it hurts us? Because the old self is familiar. The human mind prizes familiarity over happiness. You would rather be comfortable in your misery than terrified in your freedom. The old self has a gravity. It has momentum. Every time you complain to a friend, you are feeding the old self. Every time you replay a trauma, you are giving the old self CPR. Every time you check your ex's social media, you are embalming the old self to keep it fresh. To reinvent yourself, you must commit to a psychological death. Neville said, I die daily. This means withdrawing your attention, your blood life, from the old patterns. Attention is the blood of the universe. Whatever you give your attention to lives. Whatever you withdraw your attention from dies. If you stop feeding the story of I am a victim, the story must starve. It will wither. It will eventually turn to dust and blow away. But you must be ruthless. You cannot feed it on weekends. You cannot feed it when you are tired. You must let it die. This brings us to the void. There is a terrifying moment in the process of reinvention. It is the space between the trapeze bars. You have let go of the old self, but you have not yet caught the new self. You feel empty. You feel like you don't know who you are anymore. The old things don't interest you, but the new things haven't arrived. This is the void. Most people panic here. They scramble back to the old self because feeling something is better than feeling nothing. Do not panic. The void is the womb of creation. The void is where God lives. When you feel empty, celebrate. It means you have successfully cleared the building site. Now you can build the palace. If you are ready to enter this void, if you are ready to let go of the old you so the true you can rise, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. We are a sanctuary of the Phoenix spirits. We are the women who are not afraid of the fire because we know we are the gold that survives it. Turn on the notification bell. Let it be the trumpet call of your own resurrection. So, how do we perform this death? How do we shift identities? We use the power of the I am. Your name is I am. Whatever you attach to I am becomes your fate. The old man is a bundle of I ams. I am tired. I am broke. I am unseen. To kill the old man, you must stop saying his name. You must stop identifying with him. I want you to imagine that the old you is a separate person. Give her a name if you have to. Visualize her. See her standing in front of you. Look at her posture. Look at the clothes she is wearing. Look at the sadness in her eyes. Have compassion for her. She survived a lot. She did her best to protect you. But her watch is over. Thank her. Bow to her, and then in your imagination, see her dissolve into mist. See her turn into golden dust and scatter into the wind. She is gone. Now, who is left? Just you, the formless, faceless awareness, the pure I am. You are now free to choose a new costume. Construct the new you. Who is she? Don't just think about what she has. Think about who she is. How does she walk? Does she walk with a rush, always late, always anxious? Or does she walk with a slow, regal cadence? How does she speak? Does she explain herself? Does she apologize for taking up space? Or does she speak with brevity and authority? How does she react to bad news? Does she collapse? Or does she raise an eyebrow and say, "This too shall pass"? You must define this character with the precision of a novelist, and then you must step into her skin. Neville called this wearing the feeling. This is not faking it until you make it. Faking it is an act of the exterior. This is assuming it until you become it. Assuming is an act of the interior. When you assume the state of the new you, you are not pretending, you are channeling. You are allowing the version of you that already exists in the fourth dimension to overlay your physical body in the third dimension. You will know you have shifted when your reactions change. Reactions are the telltale sign of who you are. If you get a parking ticket and your immediate reaction is, "Why me? I'm so broke," you are still wearing the old man's suit. If you get a parking ticket and your immediate reaction is, "How annoying, but I can pay this easily," you have stepped into the wealthy woman's suit. Watch your reactions. They are the mirror showing you which garment you are wearing. But be warned, the old man does not go quietly. In psychology, this is called an extinction burst. When you try to stop a behavior, it often gets worse right before it stops. It fights for survival. When you decide to reinvent yourself as loved, your ego might throw a tantrum. You might suddenly feel lonelier than ever. Your ex might text you something mean. The 3D world might flare up. This is not a sign of failure. This is a sign of success. It is the old man thrashing around in his death throes. Do not engage. Do not be afraid. Stand still. Let the storm rage. It is just the echo of the past dying. If you react, you revive him. If you remain indifferent, he disappears. We must talk about Lot's wife. In the Bible, Lot and his family are told to leave the city of Sodom, the old state, and not look back. Lot's wife looks back, and she is turned into a pillar of salt. What is salt? It is a preservative. When you look back at your past, when you analyze it, talk about it, regret it, you preserve it. You turn the past into a pillar of salt that you are tied to. To reinvent yourself, you must have the discipline to never look back. Do not tell the story of your hard life anymore. Do not tell the story of your bad childhood anymore. Do not tell the story of your toxic ex anymore. Those stories belong to a dead woman. Why are you carrying her biography? Start telling the new story. If someone asks about your past, keep it brief. Pivot to the future. I learned a lot, but I am in such a beautiful place now. Starve the old story of oxygen. I want you to make a declaration of your new identity right now. I want you to plant the flag of the new you in the soil of this reality. Go to the comments below. Write, I am the phoenix. I rise. Write it to signify that the fire did not kill you. It only burned away the things that were not you. The old you is ash. The new you is rising. This reinvention requires you to be willing to be misunderstood. The people in your life, your family, your old friends, they know the old you. They are comfortable with the old you. When you start changing, they might not like it. They might say, you've changed. They might say, you're acting grand. They might try to pull you back into the old dynamic. This is the crab bucket effect. Do not be angry with them. They are just reacting to the disruption in the script. But do not lower yourself to comfort them. If you stay in your new state, they will either rise to meet you or they will fall away. Let them fall. You cannot drag people into your new timeline. You can only go there and hold the door open for those who want to join you. Your loyalty must be to your vision, not to your history. Neville said, dare to assume. It takes daring, it takes audacity, it takes brazen impudence to look in the mirror, see a broken person and say, I am whole, I am wealthy, I am divine. But this impudence is the only thing that moves mountains. I want you to try an exercise this week. It is called the new name. In the Bible, when someone had a spiritual transformation, God gave them a new name. Abram became Abraham. Jacob became Israel. You don't have to legally change your name unless you want to, but give yourself a secret title. The Queen, the Sovereign, the Millionaire, the Beloved. Wear this title in your mind. When you walk down the street, repeat it to yourself. I am the Sovereign. I am the Sovereign. Let this new name dictate how you interact with the world. Would the sovereign get into a petty argument on Facebook? No. Would the sovereign eat garbage food? No. Would the sovereign chase a man who doesn't reply? Never. Let the title govern the behavior. You are an artist, and your life is the canvas. You have painted a picture that you don't like. Most people spend their lives trying to fix the painting with tiny brushes. I am asking you to throw a bucket of white paint over the whole thing. Start over. Paint something bold. Paint something vibrant. Paint something that scares you a little. You have the brush. You have the paint. You have the light. The past is a memory. The future is an assumption. The present is the point of power. And in this present moment, you can be anyone you choose to be. The corpse of the old man is heavy. Put him down. Step over the body. Walk out the door. The world is waiting to meet the person you have been hiding all along. I am she who assumes. And so are you.